everyone, this is Gina. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little pair of what I'm calling sparkling daisy earrings. Let me pick them up so that you can see them against my skin and also kind of vertically, so they turn out really cute. This is what the back looks like, and so they're not really too bad looking on the back either. And I have also made a tutorial for the matching bracelet. Now I don't know which tutorial I'll have up first, but there will be a sparkling daisy bracelet too. So you can see what they look like together. They're really an adorable little set. Quick moving, doesn't take too long, and turns out just really cute. So anyway, these are what we're going to do today. You can look for this one on the channel. Let's go ahead and look and see what we need to make these earrings. For this project, we will be using super duos. You will need 24 of them. I'm using a cream luster super duo. Then we will be using 2 colors of 3mm bicones. These are both Swarovski. And you will need 4 of one color, 16 of another color. I am using a light fuchsia colored one and an emerald. And then you will need 2 4mm bicone crystals, and these are rose colored. You will need 15-0, got an 11-0 in there, 15-0, 11-0, and 8-0 seed beads. My 15-0 is a gold olive iris. My 11-0 is an antique golden bronze. And my 8-0 is dark gold bronze. I am using 2 bronze colored French wire ear wires. You will also need a size 10 beading needle, or a 12 would work just fine. And I am going to be using 10-pound nanofill. You can also use 6-pound nanofill or 6 or 8-pound fireline. You will thread onto your needle a little over an arm's length. So stretch one arm straight out to your side and measure it from your fingertips to your collarbone, and that should be plenty of thread. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start this project by picking up a super duo, and then 3 11-0 seed beads, a super duo, and then 3 more 11-0 seed beads, a super duo, and then an 8-0. Then we're going to repeat the process. We're going to pick up a super duo, 3 11-0 seed beads, a super duo. Make sure that both the holes are open in your super duos as you pick them up. 3 11-0 seed beads, a super duo, and an 8-0. And this is what you're going to have on your needle. Let me get a little closer here. You will have super duo 3 11-0, super duo 3 11-0, super duo 8-0, super duo 3 11-0, super duo 3 11-0, super duo 8-0. Then you're going to bring all of these beads to the end of the thread. Now you don't have to leave a long tail with this at all. Just going to come back around, and we're going to sew in from the tail side, holding on to your tail to make sure that your beads do not slide off. Just sew through all of these beads again. So I've gone through the super duo and 11-0s and super duo. I'm just going to keep going, and like I said, hold on to your tail, especially as you pull your thread through. And just sew all the way up to where your working thread and your tail thread meet. So here is where my 2 threads will meet, right here. And I'm just going to tie a knot. So I'm going to use my tail thread and my working thread, and I'm going to pull a knot between these beads just to keep them from sliding around. And I think I'm going to do that one more time. Just make sure as you pull your knot down that it goes between the beads and not on top of them, like so. Now we're going to sew, we're coming out of this, we're actually between the 8/0 and the superduo right here. Let me get you a little closer. And we are going to sew through the superduo next to the 8/0, and then we are going to, since we're in the bottom hole of this superduo, we're going to pop up into the top hole. And as we go into the top hole, we'll just drag the superduo towards the inside of the circle we've created. Pull your thread through that superduo, and then push down the next one and go through it. Now we're going to go through each superduo, but as we do this, we're not going to tighten them yet because we need to sew through them one more time. On our second time around, we will tighten these. If you tighten them really tight now, you won't be able to get through them again. Very easily, that is. So just keep going through the top hole of each superduo, bringing it towards the center and drawing them together. Now this is my last superduo, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the first two I started with. So I'll go through these two here, and here I'm going to give a little tug. And then I'm going to go through the next one and give a little tug. Then I'm going to go through the next two together. The two that are right beneath the 8/0 seed beads, you will always go through together. And then draw it together by giving it a little tug. And then go through the one here. Now, the only exception to going through these two beads together at the same time is now when we're going to put our center embellishment on. We're going to go up through the two and exit. Give a nice tug, make sure everything is nice and secure, and this is what your piece should look like right there. Now we're going to pick up a 15/0 seed bead and one of the 4 3mm bicone crystals, and minus the little fuchsia color, and then another 15/0. We're coming out of the middle of these two superduos. We're going to find the opposite one, and we're going to go into the opposite one on the inside. So this one here we're coming out of, we're going to come to the one just opposite and go into it. From the center out, and then pull. Pull this down nice and tight so that your beads lay really nice and neat over the top. Now we're going to start embellishing between the beads here with our other color of crystal. First we'll pick up a 15/0 seed bead, and then we'll pick up the second color of bicones, the ones that you have the most of. Then we're coming out of this superduo here. We're going to find the middle 11/0 and go into the side of the 11/0 closest to the superduo we're coming out of. So go into that side of the 11/0, hold on to your piece, and it's easiest if you put your thumb on top of this crystal and then give it a little tug. We want this to be nice and neat. Now you don't want your 15/0 to fall too deeply in there, so if it does, just grab your needle and just pull it up. There we go. And then tighten it again. You want the 15/0s to lay somewhat on top, not totally in between and deep in the flower there. Then, sorry, my thread is all curled up. We're going to sew into this 11/0, this superduo, and exit here, or if we can, we'll go into this third one. We're going to be working in the center bead of the 3 in between the super duos. So if you can get all of them, then great. So go through this 11-0, you're exiting this one here, 11-0, super duo, and at least the 11-0 behind it if you can, and pull through. Give a nice tug to keep everything tight, and go into the center 11-0 here in this section of 3 11-0s. And pull through. Then you will pick up a a bicone crystal, the 3mm, second color, and a 15-0 seed bead. Then you will go into the same side of the super duo that you're exiting from the 11-0. And here where the double super duos are together, so we'll go through both of them in the bottom hole here. Sometimes the super duos don't lay nice and neat, and you have to kind of wiggle your way through there. And pull that down into place, like so. Now we're going to get just a little bit closer just to make sure you can see everything. I can't always tell on my little viewer how close I am. Now we're going to pick up a 15-0 seed bead. We're coming out of this super duo. We're going to pick up a 15-0 and then our bicone crystal, find the middle 11-0, go through the same side of the 11-0 that you're coming out of the super duo, so the side closest to the super duo you're coming out of, and then go through the 11-0 behind it, the super duo, and the 11-0 behind the super duo, and pull. Then go into the middle 11-0. And again, pick up a bicone crystal and a 15-0. And this time we are going to go through both of the double beads here, but we're going to exit to the back of them. So just turn your piece and exit out the back. It's easier when you put your last one on to do this. Otherwise you could cross some of the embellishment threads and it pulls everything funny. So now we're exiting out of this super duo here. Turn over, make sure that your embellishment looks good, and then tighten it. Sorry. There we go. And then you're going to come up through the top hole of the super duo you're exiting. So I'm exiting here in the bottom of the super duo. I'm going to go into the top hole of the super duo and the 8-0 seed bead next to it, like so, and exit. As I come through there, I'll give another tug and make sure all my embellishments stay where I want them to be. If you need to rearrange anything, this is the time to do it. Make sure everything looks nice and neat. Your little 15-0s are where they should be, and then give it a tug. And now we're going to pick up 2 11-0 seed beads and an 8-0 and 2 11-0s. So I've got 2 11-0s, 8-0, 2 11-0s. We're coming out of this side of the 8-0. We're going to go into the opposite side of the 8-0 we're exiting from. And pull these into a little circle like so. Now I'm going to turn it over just so it's more accessible to my right hand, and I'm going to sew through all of these beads again. Give a little tug as you pull through your beads and go back through the 8-0 that you're connecting to after you sew through all the others. Now we're in the 8-0 seed bead. Got thread wrapped, there we go. We're in the 8-0 seed bead that we started in, and we're going to pick up a 15-0 seed bead, a 4mm bicone crystal, and a 15-0. And we're going to go into the 8/0 opposite it on the same side. So just straight across on the same side of the 8/0 that you're exiting from on the other 8/0. And pull this down and push it on top. And my unit kind of fell apart there, so let me tighten that. We're going to go through that again, so if it gets a little messy, don't worry, we'll clean it up. Now pick up a 15/0 seed bead and go back through just the crystal on top. Pull tight. Then pick up a 15/0 seed bead and go into the 8/0 on the opposite side you started from, the original 8/0 here, and go through here. Now, turn your piece over, give it a little tug, make sure that you tighten that crystal, and we're going to sew through this unit again to tighten and secure it. So now I'm coming out of this 8/0, I'm going to go through these two 11/0s here. This should secure my crystal on top as well as the unit itself. So I'm just going to sew through all of the beads again. Now I'm in the 8/0 I connected to originally. I have to sew up to this 8/0. So I'm going to go through these two 11/0s here. And as you notice, each set of beads I go through, I'm giving a nice tug so that I'm tightening up this little centerpiece. And now as you can see, that's tightened that up pretty well. So now we're going to make another flower unit. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to pick up a superduo, 3 11/0 seed beads. We back off a little bit now. And then a superduo, and then 3 11/0 seed beads, and a superduo, and an 8/0. Then I'm going to repeat with the superduos. So I'm going to pick up a superduo, 3 11/0 seed beads, a superduo, 3 11/0 seed beads, a superduo, and an 8/0. So this is what it should look like. Superduo, 3 11/0s, superduo, 3 11/0s, superduo, 8/0, superduo, 3 11/0s, superduo, 3 11/0s, superduo, 8/0. Bring it down. Excuse me, you don't need that last 8/0. Take that off. We have the 8/0 on our unit that we're going to go through, so you do not need to pick up that last 8/0. And then we're coming out of this side of this 8/0, we're going to go through the 8/0 on the flower we've already created here. Now we're going to sew all the way around all of these beads again. So I'm going to go through this superduo and just start working my way around until I get all the way through. Once I get all the way through, I'm going to go through the 8/0 and the bottom hole of the first superduo. And then I'm going to pop up into the top hole of that superduo. Pull my thread through. Then I'm going to start just drawing in the superduos and going through the top hole of each one from superduo to superduo. And like I said before, do not tighten them real tight at this stage. Just gather them up and pull them in, top hole to top hole. And then once you get to the last one, go through the 2 first ones and give a tug, like so. And this is what you should have. Let's get a little closer. And we're going to go ahead, that's a little too close. I can't stay in frame. Then we're going to sew through all of these beads again. Go through the next single one, and then go through the 2 by the 8-0 together. Pull, go through the next single one, pull, and then we will go through just 1 super duo between the 2 under the 8-0 here, and exit right there. Now we will put our center embellishment on. So we're going to pick up a 15-0 seed bead, pick up the first color of bicones, 3mm, and a 15-0. We're coming out of this side, let's see, this super duo here, so we're going to go into the one exactly opposite from it and into the top hole on it. I guess that would be the bottom hole now, since these are the outside, but right there. Then we're going to pick up a 15-0 seed bead, and we're going to pick up a bicone crystal of the second color. We're coming out of this super duo. We're going to go into the middle 11-0 on the side closest to the super duo we're exiting from, and pull that crystal in. Then we're going to go through the 11-0 next to the one we're coming out of, the super duo behind it, and the 11-0 behind it, like so. And pull your thread through and give a little tug to tighten your last embellishment. Pick up another bicone crystal, and then a 15-0 seed bead, and then actually go through the middle 11-0. We'll always be working through that middle 11-0, so remember to go through it. Pick up the bicone crystal, the 15-0, and then we're going to go into the double super duos here. So we're going to go into both of them. And push the needle through. Give it a nice tug, turn your piece, pick up a 15-0, a bicone crystal, and then go into the middle 11-0 on the same side closest to the super duo you're exiting from. Go into the 11-0 behind it, go into the super duo behind that 11-0, and the 11-0 behind that super duo if you can, right there, and pull. And then give it a nice tug. These have to go nicely into place so that the thread sinks down between the 11-0s and the 15-0 sits down right on top between the super duos. And then go into the middle 11-0 on your next one. Pick up a bicone crystal, and then pick up a 15-0, and this time we're going to go through both of the super duos next to each other here, and we're going to exit towards the back of the piece. So you can turn the piece over and just wiggle your needle through until it comes through the back of the piece, like so. Then you can turn it back over and check out your embellishment, make sure it's laying nice, and then turn it back over again. And you're coming out of this hole right here, the center of the flower. You're going to go up into this hole on the outside of the flower of the same super duo, and then through the 8-0 next to it. By My thread wants to tangle. There we go. And now you can turn it back over, make sure that everything looks good. And then we are going to make the connection to put the ear wire on now. So we are going to pick up two 15-0 seed beads and an 11-0, drop them down, and then pick up 7 15-0 seed beads onto your needle. So I have 7 15-0s. Now I'm going to go down into this 11-0, and just the 11-0, I'm going to slide my thumb over the top of it here and bring these down into a loop and tug a little bit, like so. Then I'm going to go into the other side of the bead. We'll pick up two 15-0s to balance this side, and we'll go into the opposite side of the 8-0 we started in. If you need to move your beads out of the way, that's fine. You can pull them all back down again. Nice and neat. Like so. Now we're going to sew through this to secure it. So I'm going to turn my piece a little bit. I'm coming out of the 8-0. I'm just going to go ahead and sew back up through the beads the way I put them on. So I'll go through these two 15-0s here, and then the 11-0, and a couple of the 15-0s on the top here. This is all going to spread out and get weird. That's okay. We can tighten it back up. If you just hold on to it like I do, I know it might be annoying that my thumb is over stuff, but that's how I maintain my tension and keep things nice and neat. So now I'm going to go up into the next 15-0 here. I kind of want one just center, so I'm just going to go through the next one by itself. So I have 3 15-0s above that little 11-0 there that I went through. Now I'm going to go through the 15-0 in the center, and then the 3 15-0s on this side, and the 11-0 if I can. And I'm going to pull through. Then I'm going to go through these two 15-0s on this side here. And I hope you guys can see this. Let's see. And then through the 8-0 again, right here. Then I'm going to straighten this all out so it's nice and neat. And that's what that should look like. Now you can take something and just, I have my bead reamer here, and I'm just going to kind of straighten these out a little bit, like so. So that looks nice and neat. And then I am going to sew into this next superduo. Now this can be a pain to do. Just try to go between the 8-0 and the superduo. You can come out the 11-0 on the other side. And then we're going to sew through the next couple 11-0s and exit. And here on this thread bridge between the superduo and the 11-0, I am going to try to tie a knot. So let's see if I can get my thread to stay nice for me. That's my tail. Haha, get that out of the way. And then I'm going to go through the loop I just created. And I'm going to guide my thread because it's not staying where I want it to. So I'm just going to make sure it goes down between the superduo and the 11-0 there. And then I'm going to sew back into the next superduo, the next two 11-0s if I can here, and I'm going to exit, and I'm going to call that good because it's difficult to sew through these beads again, and you'll get them all misshapen if you force it. So I'm going to cut this thread here, leave just a little bit extra so I can burn it down. I'll get my lighter, or you can use your thread zapper, doesn't matter. Burn it in, roll it up so that it's not visible there, and then I'm going to cut my tail thread and do the same thing. You don't have to light it on fire, just get the fire close to it so it rolls up. This is what it looks like, what we've just made. Now I'm going to back off a little bit and I'm going to grab an ear wire and I'm going to open the ear wire. So I'm just going to find the side that it opens on and just twist it open side to side. Don't pull the circle open. And then slide your earring on the ear wire and close the ear wire again, same way you opened it. And then you have an earring. Let's get all this stuff out of the way, and here is the match. They turn out really cute. Let's get a little bit closer so you can see them. They turn out adorable. And I'll lay them on the mat if they'll lay down nicely so you can see them. And we have a matching bracelet so far too that I'm doing a tutorial on. So I don't know which one I will put up first, but either way there will be a matching bracelet. So let me get these back off a little so you can see. And that is the set so far. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Go ahead and make yourself a cute little pair of earrings. Bye-bye.